The two apps that I'm going to talk about in this video go together just like Batman and Robin when saving Gotham. But in this case, they are not saving Gotham, they are saving you a lot of time and money. I've been dropshipping since 2016, that's a lot of time. I have multiple six-figure stores, and I'm going to show you in this video how these two platforms help me save a lot of time and money. There is a catch though. These two apps go very well hand in hand, and you need to watch the whole video just to get the whole puzzle. So without further ado, let's start with the first one, Dropship.io. These guys are pretty famous. If you are an aspiring dropshipper, if you're an expert dropshipper, it doesn't matter. If you start digging around a bit, you know about these guys. They are everywhere. The main thing that Dropship.io help us do is to basically spy on other stores and know how many sales are they getting. And also with the help of it, we're able to know what products are trending right now. Alright, so this is their homepage. Discover winning products to sell. Find and monitor stores to gain insights into their revenue, sales, products, apps, and more. They have a free extension. If you scroll a bit down, you're gonna find more about this app. It's pretty complex. They are offering a lot of things. We're gonna only focus on a few of them in this video. Let's start with the pricing, right? The first pricing model they have is the basic one, which is $29 per month. The second one is the standard one, which is $49 per month, which is the most popular. And the premium one is at $79 per month. Now, the difference between these is the fact that on the basic one, you only get 20 searches per day. And on standard and premium, you basically get unlimited searches. That is pretty good to have. But when you're getting started, you can just start with the basic one. Next up, you have competitor research and store tracker. On the basic one, you only have 10 stores that you can track. And on the other ones, you have 25, respectively 50. And a bit of a downside, if you pick the basic model, you only have 20 products that you can track with the basic model, while the standard gives us 50 products, which is pretty decent, and the premium one offers 100 products. If you do not yet have the budget, or if you don't know if they are worth it or not, you can try them out for 7 days, because all of these plans have a 7-day free trial and you can cancel anytime. Also, if you have the budget and if you really want to go with these guys, you can go with a yearly plan, which will save you 40%. The basic one goes at $19 per month and the premium one at $49 per month if you go with a yearly plan. This is how the dashboard looks like. Alright, so on the left hand side we have the dashboard, we have product database. We're going to talk about this in a minute. We can search multiple categories and we can apply multiple filters. We're going to play with this in a minute. This will be the main focus of this video, by the way. We have the sales tracker. So basically in this area, we can put some stores in here and it will automatically track their sales. You can know how many sales they did today, sales yesterday, and in the last 7 days. So if these stores are on your tracker, you will be able to monitor them closely, so to say. You can always remove them from here and you can get additional insights by pressing this button. So I do want to add the fact that it's not as easy as it seems. These guys are using multiple tools and algorithms to get to these results. But I want to tell you that there is no app, there is no thing in this world that can show you the sales of other stores. If anyone could do that, we will all be millionaires. What Dropship.io is doing, they're basically approximating the volume of sales that they are getting. So you can guide yourself based on these numbers. They are pretty accurate, so to say, but they are not laser accurate. You can play around with the stores a lot here and you're gonna get into a wormhole, my friend. There are some stores out there that are doing some crazy numbers. So take this store, for example, the 𝐓𝐫𝐢𝐚𝐥. They make like $1 million a week, and it's pretty, you know, heart-wrenching to see so many stores doing these numbers. But hey, it's encouraging at the same time and motivational. Next up, we have top stores. This shows us the top performing stores in a certain period of time. For example, this store right here, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐨𝐿𝐿.com. They have a total revenue of $555,000, close to 500 sales. They are tracked by one person and they only have 19 products in their stock. They're probably selling some medical thing, I don't know. The thing is that these stores are not necessarily dropshipping stores, so it's not the best place for you to research. Next up, we have top products. This will show us the products that are being sold in the most amount in the world. The previous day, I just found out that they had some like almond flour or something like that and lemons. So this is not necessarily a dropshipping spying tool. It will give you all of the products, but you can filter them and I'm gonna show you how in a minute. Next up, they have competitor research. search, this will basically allow you to research your competitors based on the keywords that you input here and here. You can include title keywords, you can exclude them, you can include description keywords and domain keywords, and it will just give you the competitors that are selling the products that match those keywords. Next up, they have Dropship University, which is a pretty cool tool. It shows you like the very basic things about dropshipping, and there are very short videos, like 1, 2, 4, 5-minute videos that will explain to you how dropshipping works and all the basic features. And finally, we have the suppliers list, which gives us access to a list of suppliers. Of course, the best option would be AutoDS integration right here. You can integrate with them and you can connect to AutoDS just by pressing this button. I think that is the best option. And also, they are giving us 3 other options. These guys are basically fulfillment agents from China. You can connect with each and every one of them, and they're giving some information about them here. Without further ado, let's get to what we came for, which is the product database. Now, let's start with this right here, search for products. Now, this is filters. We can apply some filters to our search of the product. So this, for example, if you hover over it, it will show you the explanation. This is the price products are sold for in dollars, right? So you can opt for them to show you only products that are priced more than X amount of money. There are a lot of people who just don't want to sell cheap products. Of course, there's a lot of money to be made in cheap products, but also the friction is pretty high because you're gonna have to sell a lot of volume. In our case, let's say we want products that are no less than $30 and no more than $75. That's a pretty good range, right? There are products that are priced thousands of dollars. We don't want to go there. And also there are products that are being sold for $10. And we don't want to have a piece of that as well because the profit margins are too low. Next up, we have the monthly sales amount per product. Now, be careful. This is the sales amount. It tells you how many products are being sold on a monthly basis. Let's put 1,000 products. Next up, we have the monthly revenue generated per product. This will only show us products that are being sold in a minimum amount of X dollars per month by that specific store. So let's just write $100,000. And maximum, I don't think a maximum has any sense here, because what are you gonna do? If it's more than $2 million, you're not gonna sell it anymore? I don't think it makes any sense for us to select any max. Next up, we have the amount of product listings in the store. I don't think this has any relevance whatsoever, because I personally don't care how many products do they have, because a store can only have one product and they can do very well, or they can have thousands of products and they cannot do well. So the number of products is not an indicative of how well the store goes. Next up on our list of useless filters that we can use is the amount of images the product listing has. This is pretty useless, I would say, but I'm gonna have to defend this one because it has one use. If you select, for example, a minimum 20 images, it will only give you stores that have a minimum of 20 images on their product page. You want that because you want to use as many images as possible on your product page as well. So if you find a store that only has 2 images on the product page, that's not enough, right? You need more. So if you find stores that have multiple product images, that's amazing. And finally, the amount of variance the product listing has. This doesn't quite matter. So next up, we have select one or multiple categories. These are the categories in which the products will be. Let's deselect all first of all, and let's go through these. Appliances, nah. Arts, I don't think so. Automotive, not really. Next up, baby. Yeah, let's go with baby. If you didn't know, baby has one of the highest AOVs in the dropshipping game. AOV stands for average order value, and it's basically the value of an order, the value of a cart. And the baby niche has one of the biggest AOVs in the dropshipping game because people buy a lot of stuff for their kids. If you're a parent, you know what's up. If you're not a parent, you need to understand this. Next up, beauty and personal care. Yeah, let's go with that. Camera, not really. Clothing, not really. Cell phones, nope. Computers, digital goods, electronics. Yeah, we can try electronics. Groceries, health, home. Let's do home. Musical instruments, office, pet supplies. We can go with pet supplies, and also sports. And I think we are done with our list. So again, let's recap. We have some filters in here. We're gonna search for some products that are minimum $30, maximum $75, that have more than 1,000 units sold per month, and that have a volume of more than $100,000 in sales. And next up, all of the products should be either from the baby, beauty, electronics, home, pet supplies, or sports niche. Alright, so next up, if you scroll a bit down, you can exclude unavailable products. This is already toggled. It's a pretty good thing to have. You don't want to have products that are not available, right? And next up, we have only dropshipping products, which is still in beta, but I would still go with this because I only want to see products that are being dropshipped by dropshipping stores, because we have a dropshipping related video. Let's hit the search button and let's see our results. Alright, so let's scroll a bit down. Oh man, there are a lot of Spanish and Arabic and whatever is here. So let's go back. Let's hit advanced and let's go with the store language. Let's not go with all of the languages. Let's select only English and store currency only USD. It's not that I have something against other languages, but United States is the staple when it comes to dropshipping. So if you want to sell something worldwide, you better start with the United States or United Kingdom, because these two are the biggest markets in the world. All right, now that we did this fix, let's hit search again and let's see what products are we getting. So now we're only getting products that are between the range of $30 and $75 that are being sold in more than 1,000 units per month, and they are doing $100,000 per month. All right, so let's see what products can we play with. What is this? Smart flower pot, $50, 2,000 monthly sales, 100,016 per month. All right, this is pretty good. Let's keep this in mind. It's an electronic actually. That's pretty interesting. Let's scroll a bit down. There's an interesting thing about this. Product creation date 20th of November 2021. So this product has more than 2 years on the market, which is very good. Products that are on the market for more than 3-6 months are very good products. You can assume that. If somebody sells a product and actually invests money in ads consistently for 2 years, then I think that's a very good product. All right, so let's click on this product and see some more information. You're gonna see some graphs here with the sales. And if you click here by the numbers, you're gonna get a breakdown. It's like a calculator, so you can set your selling price, you can set your example of orders, and it will tell you what is your profit margin, what is your ROAS, and how much money would you make with that. But this is basically a projection. All right, so the road ends here. Dropship.io came with us on this road until this point. They helped us pick a lot of filters for our products. They helped us understand what products we want to sell. They helped us see what products are being sold between the ranges that we gave it. We have the product, we have some data. It also gives us access to their website, so we can actually check out their website and see how they are making all this money. We can get inspired and we can learn from what they are doing. As you can see, they are not doing anything specially. The website is not out of this world. It's just a simple dropshipping website. But the next step in this journey would be for us to actually find a supplier for this store. So for that, normally we'll have to just click on this red icon here, which is the logo for AliExpress, and it says right there, search on AliExpress. Normally this should take us to a product page on AliExpress, but it doesn't. Once we click that, it just takes us to some random page on AliExpress, and what it does is just it copies this botanic smart flower pot right here, and I think it activates something that AliExpress will not work well with, because this botanic thing, I think it's something that's related to the lip products, and that is why we are not getting good results. Now, in order for us to find the actual supplier for this product right here, we will need to do some research on our own. In this case, it's pretty easy. I think that this triggers it the wrong way, so I just have to write smart flower pot, hit enter, and it would give us the actual results. So let's take a random product from here. Let's scroll a bit down. I don't know, do you have something with Bluetooth? Yeah, Bluetooth speaker, music, flower pot. Great, we're gonna go with this one. So it's a good product. We have found it. We found someone who has more than 1,000 pieces available. We did this through manual research. Let's scroll a bit down. They have a description. Now we all know how important the product page is and how important the product description is, right? So we want to have a very good product description. These guys are using a lot of pictures in here with the product, and they have some text in here. All right, so we could go with this. Now, let me explain to you what is the next step. The next step is for us to get everything that we see here and put it on our store. And we can do that in 2 different ways. First of all, manually. You take everything, every single item on here. For example, the title. You copy this and you paste it on your store. You go a bit down, you scroll down. You copy all of the texts here. You cannot copy them because they are inside of a picture. But you have to write them manually. You have to take each and every picture, crop it, crop each individual picture, put it on your store, make it look nice. You cannot just crop everything because maybe this doesn't look good. A lot of the Chinese products have a lot of typos. So you want to be careful for that. You want to be careful not to include Chinese letters and stuff like that in your product page, because that will give your store away. As you're probably aware that that's a pretty hard thing to do, we have this second option, which is completely automated. I present to you AutoDS, the best dropshipping automation software out there, and it will help you tremendously. So let me give you an example. Let's go back to the product. Let's say we found the supplier, we found the product, we want to sell this. We did everything with the help of dropship.io. Now we want to import this to our store, and we want to change this low quality description and all the pictures and everything, right? So all you have to do is just click copy, go to your AutoDS account, click on the add products, and it gives you the option to add a single product, multiple products. So let me show you about multiple products as well. You want to be able to add products fast, and you want to be able to add a lot of products at once. This whole process that I told you about takes between 10 and 20 minutes. You want to polish everything, you want to make it look nice, right? So 10 and 20 minutes, that's a pretty fair time, right? Of course, you can do this with 1, 2, maybe even 5 products a day, but that will chip away a lot of your time. When you get to a point when you're going to have to import 10, maybe 20 products every single day, that's going to take a lot of time, and you will get there, because if you aspire to be a successful dropshipper, you will get there. Now imagine how much time you will waste just to add those 10-20 products on your store every single day manually. Of course, you can pay someone, but with a tool such as AutoDS, is that actually worth it? So let's copy this link. Let's go to AutoDS. For example, this is the multiple product importer. You can import it, you can paste it here, enter, you can paste the next one, enter, you can paste the next one, enter, you can paste the next one. Now this is just an example, it's the same link, but you can import everything here, and it will automatically import all of those products into your draft. And on top of that, they also have an upload CSV method, which will allow you to create a CSV file with all of the links that you want and just upload it here. It will automatically import all of those hundreds and thousands of products. It doesn't matter how many products you have, it will automatically import them to your store. Now let's go back to add products and add just a single product, because in this example we're only going to add a single product. Paste the link. By the way, we are working with multiple suppliers. We're not only working with AliExpress, it will automatically detect it. We're working with the likes of Walmart, Wayfair, VitaXL, Amazon, CJ Dropshipping, Banggood, Costco. The list goes on and on and on. We're working with a lot of suppliers. Next up, you can just publish to your store, which I would not recommend. This would actually send the product straight up to your store, but I would not recommend doing that, because remember, we have a very bad product page from AliExpress, and we don't want that. We want to change it a bit. So let's click on edit now. As you can see right here, item is being added to drafts. This means that we will have a draft section where we can find all of the products that are being added there. There you go. Now we have our product in the draft section. It is called Bluetooth speaker, music, flower pot, smart plant pots, plastic pot, finger touch, blah, blah, blah. Right? We do not want this as a title for our product. The problem with this is that this will not fly on a normal store. They are using this title because this will help them with the SEO of the website. So when somebody writes on Google flower pots, smart plant pots maybe, it will give them this product, right? So it's for SEO purposes. When you have a dropshipping stores, you're gonna use ads for traffic, meaning that everything has to be pristine. All right, so if you scroll down a bit to the title area, we can actually change this title. We can just put Bluetooth pot, but that's not very nice, right? Anyone could think about this. So this is where the power of AI combined with AutoDS comes into place, because you can use AI to optimize this title, and not that, but also the description and the title plus description together. So let's select title, make sure it's selected, choose a tone. This will be the tone of the title. You can make it professional, sellable, funny, or for social networks, and also you can make the temperature, balanced, creative, or precise. Let's go with creative, and let's make it sound funny. I like funny titles. And let's hit AI write, and now we wait. It should take a few seconds. Magical melody madness. Bluetooth speaker in tune with flower power. Plastic poetry with a touch of disco. LED nightlight included for funky home vibes. The title sounds good, but it's too long, I think. That's what she said. So we will need to cut it a bit. I like this. Personally, I like this. Plastic pottery with a touch of disco. So let's just click save. this will automatically change our title into plastic pottery with a touch of disco. Sounds good, sounds cool. You can add it to a certain collection here. You can add assign tags to it. You can assign a country location. You can see what brand it is. You can monitor the stock, the price monitor. AutoDS does basically everything. And on top of that, if you go to the description, you can edit some templates, or you can edit the product description and optimize it with AI the same as we did with the title. We can choose the temperature, we can choose between precise and funny and whatnot. Next up, we have variants. Now, this is a product that only has one variant. AutoDS will display all variants here. I have a small advice for you. If you have a product that has no specific capabilities with different variants, for example, this one, if it's the color white or black or blue, it doesn't quite matter. It doesn't change the way the product works. Just stick with the simple variants, right? You don't want to overcomplicate it, because psychologically speaking, the customer might get scared and they will not be able to decide what color they want to buy, and they will just leave your store without buying. So take this as an example. Now, I would add one more color, for example, white, and maybe I don't know, red or black, something like that. Have neutral colors in there. If you can find suppliers that have more colors, just go with 2, maybe 3, but don't go with 10 or 20 variants. I'm not talking about this product, but you will encounter a lot of products on AutoDS that will have tens of variants, and you don't want to go with all of those because you will confuse your customers. Next up, we have images. If there are some images that have Chinese writing or I don't know, such as this one, you can just remove it. And that's about it. I think that it looks good right now. The only thing missing is a description, but we're gonna get to that later. You can save the product and it will just stay in drafts. You can edit it anytime you want to. And when the time comes, you can just send it to your store, or you can save and import, meaning that it will save whatever you did and it will automatically import it to your store once everything is done. So guys, this was the Batman and Robin that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Dropship.io will help us find the product. It would help us set some transparency so we can see some numbers behind that product, and it will help us see the websites that are selling that product. From those websites, we can get inspired and we can see what works for them. But that's kind of it. Next up, you need something to take over, and that something is AutoDS. AutoDS will take it from there. It would help you source the product, find a good supplier for that product, import it to your store, create a nice description, create a nice title, send the product to your store, and from that moment on, you can count on AutoDS's help. That was it, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time.